Hello, and welcome to the 14th episode of Columbus Local Podcast. I'm Len D'Amico, and today it is my great pleasure, after Julie has mixed some fine tequila-based cocktails, to have Shawn Pruden.
Hey, brother, thanks for having me, man.
Shawn, it's awesome that you guys came to hang out
Totally
today.
honored. This place is amazing.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yes.
You know, having you here is fun, too, because the whole point of the Columbus Local Podcast is to get to know some of the jewels of the city, right? In the area of music. Mm-hmm. And of course, you are heavily involved with some projects that I'll let you describe.
Well, of course, we have Hot Lucy, and we've been together for 10 years, and we're starting to write originals, and that's what we're going to do. So we're not going to be playing very many gigs. We're just going to be in the studio, trying to get out an EP, hopefully by the end of the year. And that's kind of where we're at with that. There's the Soul Savior Horns Band. We'll be playing at Flint Station sometime soon. Where's my correspondence?
We do have Julie here, but
and Flint Station, and then there's something new coming around the corner. So
good for you.
Yeah.
I look forward to learning about that. Keeping an eye peeled.
We're gonna keep it a little quiet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. We'll just stash it at the White House.
I love it.
Sorry.
No, dude, it's all good, man. There's really no rules.
Right.
So
There's going to be some F-bombs probably, but you'll have that.
just look, man, just be yourself. That's important.
Me. That's me. I get accused of doing that too often.
So that sounds great, man, and I'm sure it's all keeping you busy. But where did all of this music start for you, Shawn?
I would say it was very early. I had a cousin of mine that taught me how to play the entertainer on the keyboard, and it was kind of went from there. And then it went to cello after that, and went to Eastmore High School and got involved in the orchestra and the cello, and it was fun. And then one day I walked in and there was a sub, and he was from OSU. He was a teacher, and he was playing the stand-up bass, and I could hear the that swing, man, and I was just, wait a minute.
How old were you?
I would say 11, 12.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's good. So you got bit.
Yeah.
Bit with a thump.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I want to do that on this. And he said, you can't do this on that. And I was like, well, I am done with this. So there it is. From then on, my first, after that was the Christmas gift of the JCPenney catalog harmony bass with the amp that I blew the same day.
Gotta go bigger.
It's been a joyride ever since. Literally, like once that bug hit, and I knew that that's what I was going to be. It was early. I was like, I am totally into this full on.
Yeah. So you grew up in Columbus. You've been in a couple bands.
Just a few.
Rumor, not even rumor, but you're still playing with some of the people that you knew back then.
Oh
right?
yeah, me and Bradley have been playing together for 38 years.
And so how did you guys meet?
Well, it was back.
We're talking about Matt Bradley.
We're talking about Matt Bradley,
guitarist for Hot Lucy and some other projects.
I had my singer friend who was also helping me on the bass and stuff, and I used to roadie for him and do things. And they were in a band called Strike, and they were awesome and they were amazing. And so I used to roadie for him. And he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, ride your bike down here. You got to hear this guy play guitar." And so I get there and we go. I walk in and he's literally playing Spanish Fly from Van Halen, which back in those days you didn't see anybody but Eddie doing that.
Right.
And I was just blown away. And I'm like, "Hey man, are you in a band?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "You are now." You are now.
You're in my band.
You're in my band. Our band.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And we played together and stuff, and it started out as teacher's pet. was the first band with Scott Tennyson on drums, Jason Mallory vocals. And then it changed to Long Gone after that. And Long Gone, we won the Rock Wars at Atlantis. And then it just kind of progressed a little bit after that. And then with James B. Young was a big part of that. And the best thing about him when he came in is we were just kids, and he was a couple of years older. And he had just came back from LA, and he had all these stories, man, and they were just so good. We would rehearse, but then there would be just Biggie telling stories for an hour and a half, and they were the best. And it gave you, you couldn't wait to get back to practice to tighten things up and make everything, really flow. And we worked on 3 nights a week at my parents' house in the basement. Got it going, and Long Gone was a good band. It was fun. We played Alrosa and stuff. It was fun.
Were you a teenager or beyond teenage?
I would say, I'm still a teenager.
I know. Well, I mean, we have a stationary microphone, and
Yeah.
Shawn is spinning around like
Still well.
So I don't know how the audio is going to come across, man. I want to hear you, dude.
It was good. That was good. Long Gone happened. We did a bunch of the children with AIDS benefits at the what is that place? Down off on campus, the big one. Not the Alrosa, but the other one.
The Newport?
Newport, yes.
But it was called
It was a Newport. I think.
Okay.
And we did that, and Long Gone had opened up for Shock 2. And me and Bradley were up. Stop pointing at me.
She's trying to help out.
Me
Joey's
and
leaving the
Bradley
room.
we're up on the balcony, right? And Martelino is doing his drum check and all that. And he goes into the Led Zeppelin beat and stuff. And we're just like, man, that guy right there is on fire.
So that's when you met Rick.
Yeah.
You heard
that
him
was
first.
That was like 89.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
89, 90. And Chris Wood was on drums at the time. He also works at Ace of Cups now. But yeah, we heard Martelino, and we were like, that guy. And then so here we are later again.
Yeah, he's incredible. You get to play with the guy, in a band
all around professional
for 30 years.
Not really 30, because we I took a little break off, raised kids and stuff.
Sure.
Then when I got out,
Pulled the bass back out of the closet.
well, the divorce and stuff.
Oh,
when I got out in 2007.
I know those stories.
And I'm like,
I've
wait a
lived
minute.
some of that
Internet?
myself.
Are you kidding me? What is this? MySpace. Oh, Matt Bradley. And that's literally how it started. And I'm like, hey, you need to come by and, let's get together and play and stuff. And so I had an apartment off East Broad, and he was like, yeah, I'll be over around 9. So he shows up at midnight.
Yep.
With his Marshall stack in a Cardinal apartment. I'm literally playing through like a stereo. I didn't even have a bass amp at the time. And we played for 3 hours, didn't say a word to each other.
Just jammed.
Played till 3 in the morning. Nobody complained because it was good. If it had sucked, the cops would have been calling. I think. Yeah, my neighbors knew me. It was all good.
But since that point, though, forward, you know.
Yeah,
So how'd you get Rick involved then? Was he the obvious choice, or?
Yeah, I mean, he was. When we started, we were in Scooby Dome for a while with Chris Kegley. We did some of that stuff, which was totally fun. So good. He's such a good comedian.
Oh yeah.
And then so we did a gig with my friend Wayne Allman, which plays drums and sings. And me and Matt have known him like back in the day, back in the 88, 89. And so we called ourselves Four Guys. We played Jay's Sports Lounge.
Right.
And then we had a certain singer, sing with us. Am I allowed to say his name legally, Julie?
No.
No, okay.
Oh, there's a. So a person.
Yeah, right. So that was the first gig, and we played it there, and we skipped over that. And we'll come back to it later when it comes to Lazy Bastards.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool.
Okay, so anyway, so we play this gig, and everybody knows Merv Roland, of course, from The Point.
Merv. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Merv did, I think, the 4th podcast for Columbus Local.
Merv is great.
It's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, we
It's a great story.
We used to open up for The Point and stuff, and it was just so much fun. And so Merv was there, and then so after the first time we get through, he's like, "Your band name is Hot Lucy."
Oh my God.
And we're like, "What?" He's like, "It's hot
With 2 T's.
loose." Well, I had to add the second T because there was another band called Hot Lucy.
I was going to ask where the second T came from. That's it?
Yeah, because there was another band, they were in Canada or something, and they wouldn't fight us.
Interesting.
So I just went ahead and just added the T.
That's smart.
Right.
That's smart. It's like how the,
they wouldn't fight us.
The Beatles changed their name too, didn't they?
I don't know, did they?
Different reason. Oh, that's interesting. So Murph gets the tip of the
He
hat.
totally gets the credit for doing that for us.
Yeah. And
He's like, "It's
the
hot."
logo.
It's weird. It's hot, but it's loose. You know what I mean? Which pretty much explains it. And we always love bringing up the local musicians and stuff. And I think that's one of the things about Hot Lucy, which has always been that way. We've always been the musicians' band. You know what I mean? We're the band musicians come out to. And when you come out, we're going to pull you up on stage if you do stuff.
You know what? You bring that up, and I'll just, you probably don't remember, but, I was probably, 15 years into my musical journey, right? I started late, but I always admired Hot Lucy, right, from afar. You guys didn't know me from Adam, but I was at the shows, right? I'm one of those people, in the back, having a drink and just rocking out with you guys. But excuse me, when I did meet you guys eventually, and we had opportunity to have conversations, the next show that I went to was at Quaker Steak and Lube, and I don't remember what year it was, but it wasn't that long ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. Potentially only 2 years ago. I don't know. Too many of these cocktails, Julie.
Yeah,
but it was a Hot Lucy show, and I was just really really digging what was happening, and Matt leans down and puts his guitar on me like you guys were in the trailer. And I turn around and
I remember that.
there's effing 400 people there. Big crowd. One of the largest crowds that I've ever had a guitar strapped on, whose all eyes are on me. And you and Rick are up there just grooving to a Jimi Hendrix Foxy Lady groove. I think, or one of those. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, I think it's an E flat. I don't know. And so I finally found the key, and then I got to rock out with you guys, and man, that was so much. I remember that time. And I just looked at Matt. I was just so grateful to him,
right.
and that moment. I was standing there with Charles Valentino. We were hanging out.
Right.
But that was really cool.
Shortly after that, we got Charles Valentino into the horn.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What
Which we
happened?
had previous, how we met Charles
Yeah.
was at the Jesus Christ Superstar thing that they put on.
Yeah.
And he did both parts and just changed the robe.
The main character.
Yeah.
And
Judas.
the anti-person.
Oh, yeah. He did them both. And it was amazing. I mean, we met a lot of people for that show. But that's how that, if you want to, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there and I'm going to go over here and back over there.
Oh, I like it. I like it loose. Okay. Yeah, that's you're not bothering the thing, man.
All right.
I love Charles.
Yeah.
I love his presence and his just his bandmate isms.
Oh yeah.
He's a good guy,
Yeah,
good
with these
human.
vocals.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah. I love that about it.
Me too.
Because he's totally correct. You always have to work on the background vocals.
You always have to have. We had one of those last night. You did a great
It's
job
important.
with Days Gone By.
Yeah. Even without mics, to do it, do your vocal practice without mics, we're just a cappella.
Yeah, he's awesome with that. And I have a very limited range.
Right.
So I don't do too many vocals in Days Gone By.
Right.
They don't let me. But I do sing 2 songs. I sing a Lou Reed tune,
Okay.
and then also a cult song.
Right.
Which those guys aren't known for their vocals, but they
Right.
are known for being pretty cool.
Yeah, right. And I love
They're
all
cool
that.
songs.
Oh, yeah. No, I love it. You guys are actually on our list. We haven't seen you yet because we've been.
We're playing Wednesday at Quaker Steak.
I have it on my list. Because we have a list. Because Hot Lucy's not playing so much, and then Soul Sailor. We're trying to get out and make sure that we hit everybody's band. You know, from Phoenix Rising, Kelly Rush. That's a great.
She's doing a
great
wonderful
band.
job
And
from that band.
we got to see Fusion. They were phenomenal. It was great. We got to see Shuck and Bubba Deluxe. They were amazing. Is it too quiet?
You're quiet, man.
I
I'm watching the meter.
Everybody I
I'm
know is like, hey,
nervous.
shut up, you're so loud.
If you heard my first podcast, it sounded great when it was
Right.
getting recorded, but by the time it made it to Spotify,
Yeah.
I couldn't hear Lars.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then it had nothing to do with the distance. I had a technical glitch, which explains all this new equipment.
Right. Just wait till 3 in the morning. You'll be like, shut up, Shawn. All I can hear is your voice.
Julie, I think we need another round of these tequila drinks.
All I can hear is you.
So by the time the second episode, though, I had equipment upgrade. It took me a little while to figure out what was going on, but you know, when you do this stuff, you gotta grassroots it. Sound engineer learning all the way, you know, through the distribution to
Thinking about doing it like
platforms and whatnot.
you put it on video and YouTube it?
You know, maybe.
Right.
Maybe that's a lot of you know. My game plan was to you know, invest a year, see who's interested in doing episodes.
Yeah.
I'm booked like 1 to 3 folks a week
Right.
through the end of the year,
Yeah.
2023.
got
So I
a
know
list for you.
well, that'd be great, Shawn. I mean, because you know, there's no monetization here, right? Like it's just a great grassroots
Yeah.
kind of platform for folks to talk about
Right.
their past. I think some of the things you said so far, folks maybe didn't know about you,
Right.
and the things that you're gonna say. Because dude, what's one of the hit us with a Hot Lucy crazy story?
Maybe not Hot Lucy, but Minnie Manson.
Yeah, there'd be the Minnie Manson story.
Well, Cawthorn hit that story already.
Did he?
He did. He was not too long ago.
Did he mention the fact that I had to walk the stripper around and stuff?
No, he didn't go that
Okay.
far.
All right.
You can tell. You can.
No, it's all good.
Once you validate Cawthorn's.
We'll just put that out as, you know, you have to come back to episode 2 to hear the Minnie Manson stripper story.
We'll let you hear Cawthorn's version, you know, his
God.
episode, and then you'll know what to say.
All I know is he came in, he was like, who the hell is my guitar case? We're like, it was him. Because his face was like in his guitar case.
Yeah,
So we knew who it was.
David did a good job of describing what was happening. It was pretty cool, but I had no idea, you know, that he had performed with you guys.
I would say
The basis of Hot Lucy, the
Right.
rhythm section.
There was a time when I think I tried out. I'm not sure. Me and Matt were at a Dirty Side Down. We did one of those kind of
Yeah.
rehearsal things, and it was fun. And then at that show, we had Drew Simmons that was on vocals, and he paid $45 for a Metallica. What do you want to call it? Thing on your face. I don't have one, so what's it called?
Goatee.
The goatee.
Yes.
This thing, a soul under the lip.
No, he had the whole
You have
James
the whole
Hetfield
deal.
thing going.
This thing.
were
Mine blends into my face.
We were
It's
the-
old now.
We were the 4 horsemen, but there was 5 of us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you know what? It's,
The Metallica tribute, right?
yeah. And literally, I would just remember us, you know, the 3 of us standing around Rick when we were rehearsing that stuff and just really dissecting the Metallica thing. And it was huge. But we're like, you know, it's not bad. It's tricky. It's fun. It's good. It's no Megadeth, but still good.
Yeah.
And so that was a very fun show.
Yeah, Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh.
PA.
Yeah. Blew my knee out, 3rd song in.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Swelled up so big that the stripper chick didn't mind dragging me all around the thing after the work. But anyway, what?
I was.
Julie, this is pre-Julie.
So was it a long night backstage, or what happened there?
Well, the funny thing was, as many men said he looked like him, but he was like 3 feet tall, right? And part of his rider was this, I never seen a Jägermeister bottle that big. He was 3 feet, it was like 2 feet. And he's trying to pour these shots, like spilling them around, yada, yada, yada. And then he had the stripper chick. And once she got paid, she grabbed me, and even though my knee was all swollen up, she drove me all around, took me into the men's restroom. And I'm like, what's going to happen here? Wow, crazy stripper chicks grabbing me, taking me to the men's restroom. Now she goes in there and bangs heroin and almost passes out.
And you got a bum knee and you're stuck.
No, I just walked out.
Oh, okay, so you were able to get out.
I had nothing in the game. Zero. I even had my dad and my son were there at the gig too. They were up at the hotel during the stripper stuff. But yeah, it's just those kind of stories are what makes you get up in the morning and do it all over again. You know, you never know.
I have a couple of those.
Okay, what do you got?
I've lived mostly in the suburbs in Columbus area, and I had some neighbors, and one of my neighbors was having their brother. Shout out to Don Burdick, okay, he's a great vocalist,
right.
You know, and he could play some guitar too, and we got together, hung out. He's like, hey man, we got to bring you to Watkins Glen, upstate New York. We're leaving tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Pack your shit. We're going. And I'm like, I was married, and I talked to my spouse, and she was cool with it. So so I packed my stuff and drove it up there. We ended up with a campsite that kind of oversaw the whole campgrounds. So there were hundreds of campers inside the infield of the racetrack.
It's very dirty dancing.
Very dirty dancing, Julie saying. Very dirty dancing. You're right about that. And we were playing all rock and roll covers up at night for 2 nights. One night, there were so many people that we had to put like a table in front of the band, and there was maybe 7 people playing, a couple guys with guitars, etc. So while we're jamming one night, middle of the night, the crowd parted, and this very voluptuous woman with great curves starts up the beelining, eye locks on me. Comes right up to me, leans over the table. I mean, look at all this, man.
I know. Totally paid for it.
Yours for the taking, right? Almost, but not presently.
Yes, right. Disclaimers are in there.
So she leans over. She's like, "If you play Eric Clapton's Cocaine,
everybody will leave.
I'm gonna take my top off." Okay. And I go, lean over to the singer. Dude, we're changing songs. So I do the Eric Clapton riff, and she gets up on that table and she takes off her top.
Again, dirty dancing, I think.
Takes off her top. The crowd of literally hundreds of campers, they're just going crazy. Flashlights are all on her.
Right.
Beautiful woman, and she had on some Daisy Dukes. And so she was kind of bending over, kind of,
right.
Jiggling the front. And remember how, and maybe they do it still today, I don't know, but at the time there was that whale tail thong thing that went
right.
over the top of the jeans.
All right, you know what, don't one up me on my stories, but go ahead.
Well, it gets better, dude. The whale tail, it was right in my face.
Okay.
And her butt crack kind of went up above the whale tail about maybe an inch or 2, okay? And
yeah,
I point at it, okay? I'm pointing at that, and the harmonica guy, 6'3" gym harmonica player, reaches into his pocket, pulls out about $7 worth of change, he starts putting coins into her butt crack.
Right.
Unbeknownst to her. So
Wait a minute.
So, and we're playing. I wasn't doing it. I was playing guitar.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So Jim's doing. So Jim's
your podcast.
Jim's depositing all this money into this girl's ass, and in the meantime, there's a guy in front of her.
Is it actually in her ass or just like?
It's in the crack,
Okay.
dude. It's like going in there, you know. And then the thong was kind
I'm
of
just trying to keep up.
keeping things, in there.
Okay.
So this guy grabs
That's what
her.
I'm gonna do.
This guy grabs her from the front, puts her over his shoulder, and disappears into the woods. So two things entered my mind at that moment. One, that's somebody's daughter.
Right. Oh.
And first and foremost, the second thing was, what's that guy thinking when he peels those panties off and $7 worth of change hits the
Talking
floor?
about set.
I mean,
That's like 2 drinks, dude.
the whole time, me and the singer are laughing our asses off. Don and I were just like, we're witnessing this whole thing. We're talking about it in between songs. And we wrote a song called Coin Slot Girl.
Of course.
So, and I think Don Burdick, if you listen to this podcast, man, hopefully you still have that napkin you wrote those lyrics on. We'll record that thing. That's
You know, I mean,
That's a great story.
That's my story, man.
Okay, you can join me on my next podcast. It's going to be 7:15 Glen, Monaco.
Episode
Did I say
715.
it right? I probably did.
I don't know. 715. What's 715?
Tomorrow.
Oh, July.
Yes.
Speaking of which, 714, the
Those
gods.
were terrible.
I never ate one of those, man, that I knew of. I think I've been roofied before. That's a whole nother story.
I've been
Shawn
roofied
has a
several
story.
times.
That's not fun.
It depends on what it is.
Probably one of those, because it was back when they were, going like M&Ms. But the gods in Columbus, Ohio had a big announcement today.
Oh, yeah.
They were announcing
That's great.
their new
Steve
CD.
Mitchell. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole lineup is out there, and
good
they're
shit.
going to have a new release in November, I think, at King of Clubs. So, not that I'm, authorized to promote anything, but I thought that was really cool.
Oh, no, it's always great. It's always great to hear.
Yeah.
Mark Chatfield's a local legend.
Absolutely.
As long as we can keep that going, let's do it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, I bared my soul there for that story.
I'm
recovering.
I almost need a cigarette after that last story.
Well,
Shawn has a roofie story.
you have a roofie story.
I
Sean.
have to
I'm just
check
gonna
with me
share.
which one.
Florida. Fort Myers.
Yeah, I got roofied in Fort Myers one time. It was terrible.
Were you? Was this last month?
No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday. Because you were just in Florida.
No, it happened. Yeah, me and Joey went to Fort Myers, blah, 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 yada, yada. We're at morning breakfast on top of this place, and there's this weird trucker couple. I'm just going to talk here. Huh?
Danny County.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk here for a second.
Yeah.
Weird trucker couple that wouldn't stop talking to us, and we're all weird, and they kept on talking about how you give them a body in the desert. And it was weird. And then next thing you know, we go down to the bottom basement bar, we're drinking rum runners, and I've had like maybe 2. And then Joey goes up to get us another round, and they're thinking that, I'm drinking the rum runner, she's drinking the Coors Light. So they thought it was going to be her. But it was me. And I drank that, and I walked out like,
Wow.
I would walk down to the ocean just for that, and the next thing you know, I just down on the ground, couldn't even get up. And that's not me. I mean, I don't think I've ever done that. I've done a lot. Trust me.
Yeah, I think you kind of know when something's not right,
Right.
and you know that you didn't do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I couldn't even move.
Oh, sorry,
It
man.
was terrible. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But it did happen. It did happen. I mean, there was other times, but that was when we were at the parties, and it was just acid, so it was okay.
Because everybody was Everybody was home safe.
Right,
People
right.
that care about
We're
each
all in
other.
the same
Yes.
spot.
Good.
Listening to music and yeah, no, it's all good. How did we get to the roofies thing? How did that happen?
I don't know. I think Julie brought it up. She's causing trouble.
Yeah.
Who are some of the favorite people that you've have fronted bands that you've been in? Because Shawn,
Oh,
between you and Rick, that rhythm section is like killer.
I mean, I complained about the wedding band, but Shawn Pruden was a
Good
great
front person. Yeah.
I was a great leader.
Yeah.
He led that thing all the way, and that was awesome. And taught me little organizational skills. Like he'd be like, "You can't take that orange cord and put it on stage. It's orange." I'm like, "Who cares?"
It provides electricity to my amplifier.
So then he bought me like a
I
black
don't care
cable
what
cord to the very next show. Very next wedding was, he brought me a black cord, like multi.
So that it looked better.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy either, dude.
No, it's all good. We were making, stupid money. Whatever you say, brother, I'm just going to complain about it until you pay me, and then I'll put the vest on.
Yeah, I gotcha. How long did that band go for? I mean, that's weddings, man.
They did like, as a band, Next Exit did like over 900 gigs. It was amazing.
That's cool.
I did 3 years and 178 shows. 100 some weddings. But it was a good thing. It was what it was. It's just, who the hell doesn't know I'm on the radio right now? I'm just kidding.
Dude, your phone's been going off the hook since you got here. It's Friday night.
It's my son walking around in the front where my ring camera is. But the wedding band was good. It was the thing. It made me appreciate the fact that I don't want to ever play that kind of music ever again in my life. So that's how Lucy also started. Because Rick and Matt were in a wedding band as well. And we just wanted to play Van Halen and Led Zeppelin and songs that we liked. And that's what we do. We love it.
Since 2007-ish, give or take?
No. Well, Lucy's 10, so that's 13.
Okay.
But, once I got out, 2007, me and Matt have been playing and doing stuff. It's been great.
Yeah.
It's great. He knows where I'm going. I know where he's going. We lived together for a while. We would practice. He would wake up and he's like, "Okay, let's learn this Yngwie Malmsteen song." And I'm like, Jesus.
He had the hard part, man.
Well, I don't know. Did he? You ever heard anybody play bass? Some of it isn't easy either.
No, man, I haven't.
But we love that, and it's a strong push. It was always a strong push to learn and do new stuff.
Yeah.
Now, so I do want to bring up a weird thing, and I'm not being weird, but it's going to be weird. So back in the day, in 1991, I went to a certain blues jam at a certain club that I'm not allowed to talk about per legal.
Again with a disclaimer. All right, that's cool.
Per legal. And what it is you would go to these blues jams, and there would be great players there, and you'd sign your name on the list, blah, blah, blah. You'd get there at 6 o'clock, you'd be all set up, you're ready to go, and they'd be like, "Okay, we're going to play some Chicago blues off of 10th Avenue, address is 1721, it's that kind of blues." I'm like, just start the song.
Yeah, what key are we?
Just play the song. What key is it, man? Yeah, straighten up.
I'm with you.
And it got to be to where it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So after the second time we go to this certain place. I can't talk about it per legal, Dolphin Lounge, and we get there extra early we just want to get up there and play, do our thing, blah blah blah. Sure. We're a little band, it's blues. So we get up there and we get there, and the dude's sitting on the stage reading out of the paper, giving his editorials on what he reads in the newspaper. Which, when I think about it now, it's kind of like, it's like Facebook stuff. in a way. You know what I mean? Here he is. He's got
Right.
this big microphone. He wants to talk about the stupid shit and what his opinions are. And I yell out, "Hey, play a song!" Because we've already been there for an hour and still no music.
And nothing's happening.
Yeah, let's go on.
You're getting
I
frustrated.
have to work in the morning.
Right.
And then the owner said, if you say that one more time, I am going to ban you for life in here. 3, 2, 1. Play a song!
Were you banned for life, Shawn?
I was. We did go back, but that was all different management stuff. But
Yeah.
the very next week, I started the word open stage in this town.
Oh, good for you.
In 91. 91, it was in Stars Bar, which was off of Chatterton Road.
Yeah.
And my rules were, I kind of was into Saturday Night Live, and it was funny back then. And I thought it'd be great to be able to just have people up, and plus the Eric Clapton Prince's Trust concerts. Remember those back days?
Sure.
When he'd be up there and there was Ronnie Wood, and everybody was on stage. That stuff just really took off in my mind. And that's what I wanted it to be. And I'm like, it's a totally open stage. You can do what the hell you want. You can come up here and sing comedy. You can do a skit. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of that kind of thing. So the open stage. And we did that there for quite a few years. And it was on a Wednesday night. And it would be like a Friday. I mean, it'd be almost to the point where I couldn't get everybody up on stage to play. And it was great. And it was awesome. And then somebody was like, man, you didn't let me play. And I'm like, all you gotta do is come up, stand in front of me, give me a shitty look on your face, and I'll get you up on stage.
So,
Same rules go for the barn jam. If you've ever been to the barn jam, have you ever been to the barn jam?
no, there's a couple of those that folks do, that I've never been able to attend for one reason or another. Not that I don't want to do it, because I do.
Right.
Is the Barn Jam, was that the one that you guys sponsored?
No, we started.
Yeah.
We started.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started at our house. After I told Julie we're gonna redo the basement and make it a theater room, and then the drums ended up being where
Where the screen was supposed to be. Yeah.
Where the TV was supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we would do it like a couple times a year, and it was really fun. Everybody thought that our garage was Hookahville. You know what I mean? Like, I have neighbors and stuff, so we moved it to the Pattersons, Tower and Patty Patterson.
They were
Yeah.
gracious enough to do that.
And so we've been doing it out there. And,
That's
it's a really good time. It's what it's all about. It's an open stage. It's local musicians getting together, supporting each other. We get up. Do you want to know this song? I don't know. Let's go. Let's just put, let's do stuff. Let's, drink beer, talk shop, eat awesome food, and have a great time. And so the Barn Jam is a big deal. It goes on September 30th.
Cool.
So if you want to know, just message me and I'll send you the
I
stuff.
will. Yeah.
No, it's
Megabeth she'd have a good time with that too.
Yeah, I mean, I need more bass players because I end up playing for like 9 hours and it's terrible. Just kidding.
I'll bring more tequila.
Oh, sweet. Because I think we're running
That's
out.
okay, yeah. Wow. Well, here we are, we're mid-July 2023. Hot Lucy's looking to do some original material, man. That's exciting.
We have it.
And
Set put together.
okay, so the production of the media,
Yeah, we'll be at Joe Beers for sure.
nice,
When we do it, for sure.
nice. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Man, so am I.
And you got a new project. That's good.
Yeah, something new.
Where did Prudog come from a term?
Well, back before I got the universal alopecia, which means you don't have any hair anywhere. Less hair I got, more head I get, that kind of stuff. God only made a few good heads. Rusty put hair on, all that stuff. What, did they say something wrong?
No,
Anyway, I had long hair. I had long blonde
still
hair.
have eyebrows.
I don't have any eyebrows.
You don't?
If you number that fucker, if you see it.
Eyelashes, no.
Put a number on it if you
Brows,
see it. If
no.
you see one, number it.
Okay, so this
Number
is
one.
this is a condition. This is you're not bullshit.
It's alopecia. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a Facebook group, but I got kicked off for being mouthy.
Really? Dude, I can't even imagine that being the case. No
Well,
way.
you know, people suck on the internet. Anyway.
All right, so this, okay.
So when I was like 18 years old, my hair was down.
We're good.
Oh, somebody here?
Nope.
I had hair down about, it was down there. And the next thing you know, I'm like taking a shower and I'm like, what the hell? Who put the nair in my shampoo?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's fucked up.
Yep.
And I start thinking about the people who've been in my house and stuff. And I'm like, who's that guy? It was nobody. It was my parents. Now, it could have been them still. Let's think about this. Now that I think about it. But anyway, I lost it all. It's all. But my buddy, he's not with us now, Bob Connell, we hung together. And he used to call me Prudog, Woof Woof. Just because Prudog was easier to say than Pruden, I think. But he called me that forever. And it always stuck. So it's kind of like a stage name, Prudog.
Yeah.
Woof Woof.
Cool.
And plus, I talk like a dog, too. Like, I do dog stuff.
Fair dog. Fair dog.
Or throw up on the carpet.
Good guys.
Yeah.
I always wondered. There's a guy Brew Dog all over the place. I'm like, man, where'd that come from?
It just came out there. I mean, I remember driving in my Toyota truck and my long hair would be blowing around. And then dudes would like be pulling up and honking and stuff.
He was a hot chick.
Yeah.
Like he was a
They
hot
get up
chick.
next to me and I'm like, ah.
I got 7 women on my mind and, Brew
Then they
Dog.
were like all mad at each other, like, I told you, man. I worked at Just Sweats.
Good for you, man.
Let's bring that up. Does anybody remember the Just Sweats debacle, schnackle, whatever the hell it's called? You remember? You know it?
I don't know it.
Okay. So Just Sweats was a thing. It was a place, and they sold, Just Sweats.
Like sweat clothes.
Yeah, you get
Sweatpants?
You get like every single
It's
university.
a retailer, right? You're talking about
That
retail.
was a small business kind of thing.
Okay.
It's sketchy. There's like ID channel shit on this. And so I worked there, I had the long hair, and they had like, all the university sweatshirts from whatever, and I actually learned what the color teal and fuchsia were working there, which is kind of funny because I'm like, I have no idea. But people would come up and go, ma'am. And I'm like, it's man.
Oh.
Get to the dude.
So the dude, I forget what, Hawkins. Look this stuff up, have some fun stuff. If you're bored, look up John Hawkins and Just Sweats, and that story will blow your mind.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. They like killed some homeless dude, put some other ID in there, and they like faked his death, and then the whole thing was.
Is that the thing that happened
crazy.
in Westerville, Ohio?
No, it was
Okay.
East One Mall, of course.
Oh, jeez.
Columbus. It was
In Columbus, though.
It-
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, oh yeah.
Now
Yeah,
that-
he
now
hated
that
me
you-
because my hair was longer than him, than his was, but I didn't kill anybody, so there's that.
I'm glad to hear that, Sean.
Well, that I know of. Maybe from laughter, I don't know. I mean, that's still up in the air.
Now that you're talking about this, I do remember this story.
Oh, no,
It's whack.
just a little
weird things.
little Easter egg for this episode.
Yeah.
John Hawkins, Just Sweats, look that shit up.
Well, look
It's
it up.
Crazy. And now, of course, he's like doing some kind of thing on how not to kill somebody or embezzle money. I don't know.
Oh, no, I think he's dead or in jail.
No, he's still around. He's living with his mom. The last I heard.
How many pending lawsuits do you have right now?
I'm not allowed to discuss that. Per legal.
On I've heard that a couple times.
It's not slander. It's the truth.
It's prompting thoughts of
They
wonder.
jump on you want to get on one, get on one. I'm just kidding. I don't have any lawsuits. I can't even spell lawsuits.
Oh man.
So how did you get into the Mandarin right now?
That's interesting you asked that. So like I said earlier, I started late. I was 36 when I was divorced.
Yeah.
And I had my sons half the time, and the other half the time I was going to the gym, and I still had some extra time. And I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and I dabbled around and tried to figure out how to get involved eventually. And
Open stages?
I was doing open stages. I actually ran open stages
That's
at that same venue that we weren't allowed to talk about. That I think you threw the name out
I have to
anyways.
talk to you about your open stage and the amount of money you made.
But here's the thing, Shawn. Like I can't. I can, but I don't edit. I don't edit anything. This
No,
thing's
I know.
going to go as recorded.
I know, I love it. I wasn't trying to.
It's all good.
It's just trying to be funny. By the way, Lita will be getting a hold of you on how much money you made at the open stage, about per dog.
That's cool. So Days Gone By is the band that I'm in. It's a cover band, rock covers, and it is a 5-piece, 2 guitars. The lead guitar player. I don't know if you want me to say his name. He's kind of a private person, so I won't do that. But his first name's Jeff. He's a great guy. He founded it with our bass player Frank Loff. I can never say his last name correctly. Frank Loffrey.
Same. I can't say your name right either.
No, you can't. That's okay. Nobody can. So Jeff and Frank started the band. Everybody at one time worked for a bank in town,
Right.
Including myself. I worked at the same bank, just not at the same time they did. But the band's been around like 11 years.
Oh yeah.
They play all the bird clubs, and I was running a band for 5 years that I had ultimately had started and was marketing and booking called The Ride, and that was a fun band. We went 5 years. Mikey I, yeah, he played. Oh, me too, man. I love Mike. But Mike moved on from that project, and I was happy that he was back in it, right where he was headed. So I stopped booking the band. We had our 3 last final gigs, and then the balance of the guys started their own band called My New Ride, which was good. That had a good run itself on its own too. But then I got a message from Frank that's like, "Hey man, saw that you're stopping the ride. Do you play keys?" I was like, "I don't, but I play guitar." And they're like, I said, long story short, we got together, we chatted, and met all the guys, jammed with them a couple times. They were kind of courting. They were trying to figure out whether they wanted a keyboard player. Charles wanted a keyboard player.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense if you know Charles Valentino. He's a soul-filled guy that
awesome.
R&B is where he lives, But he does like to get his rock star on too with what we're doing with Days Gone By. But long story short, I joined a second guitar player about 7 years ago, and it's cool because we all have day jobs that are very demanding. It's crazy. Well,
lazy bastard
and with that, Shawn, the collision of schedules too, man, it's brutal trying to get gigs to align with dates. But we do about a dozen gigs a year, and that's good for everyone. And we have some fun places. We've played Fenders, we played Quaker Steak and Lube.
Right.
We'd love to play the Keystone Patio. We do a lot of patio type stuff.
I agree. I mean, I think you can oversaturate your band if you play every week. People just keep in their mind. They'll go, "Oh, well, I'll just see him next week," and then not show up. I'll just see him next week and
it's
not
that
show up.
same set list. They played that the last time. We try to mix it up.
Oh, we gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
Still.
But that's how I started that.
No, I love that. That's great. That's good stuff.
Rockin'. I play Les Paul guitars for the most part. Beth had a custom guitar made for me. It's more of a Telecaster. It's really, really cool. Her nephew built it.
Nice.
I'll show it to you when we're done here.
Do you remember the first time we jammed besides the Quaker Steak and Lube?
I do. It was during COVID.
It was.
It was during COVID, and I got a phone call or a text or something from a like friend of ours, right? Darren. The Need. They just played.
Oh yeah, they were great. I just
We
saw
saw
them.
them.
That's cool. You guys were at that show. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, the Winger show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have turned the fucking guitar up.
I think I saw a post of yours out
I
there.
just don't get it. Can you not hear the guitar? I can't. And I'm a bass player, you know.
I get it,
I mean, I can't come out and go, hey, the bass was too low because everybody's like, yeah, whatever, man. But no, it's a common thing. But yeah, we played in the basement. It was fun. I think I played guitar.
You did, yeah. And I was blown away because I knew you as this killer bass player, and you picked up a guitar, and I was playing rhythm guitar. You were playing lead.
Yeah.
Freaked me out a little bit. How good you are
Probably
on the
freaked
guitar.
me out too.
But that was a fun night. But I had a lot to drink that night, and so I don't think my energy was where it needed to be.
And
You know what I mean?
Julie got locked outside in the garage. Couldn't come in. Remember that?
It was trouble.
At Darren's house.
Oh, man.
She eventually made it back in. It was okay.
We're not going to lock her out here. But we are running out of time.
Hey, okay. No,
But you
it's
come-
all good.
Yeah, so let's keep an eye out for Prue Dog here.
Yeah, I'm having a ball.
Me too.
It's fun to interview you as well.
Oh yeah, we'll do more.
Let's just team up.
We'll do more.
Let's just team up.
We can
Step
do.
brother
We can
stuff.
talk. Tell you what. Let's get a little more details on your legal,
Well, legal department's
and then
really
and then we'll talk. Okay, man. I'm glad you guys made the time tonight,
Oh yeah,
man.
brother. This place is amazing. Everybody, you guys got to come out here, do stuff. I have a whole list of people. You should bring the Kulos up here. You know Josh and Angela.
I
from the
do,
pre-film.
and I ran into them in Gehenna at the at Gatsby's one night. We didn't get an opportunity to talk about it because I was just getting this off the ground. But they're definitely on my list.
Yeah,
And
you
both
got
of them
Paul-
together.
Paul Bernardo.
Yes,
In here.
yes.
You got Nikki Marie.
Yes, they're on the list for the Columbus Oktoberfest.
Right. We need to get
So,
Anthony
I'll be
Clay
there.
up in here
Cool, man.
from Green 13.
We'll talk.
Maybe Dan Orr. He's
Yeah.
fun.
Yes, and and a
He
lot of
doesn't
these.
go to the bathroom ever. So there's that. You're actually saving water when Dan Orr comes here.
I know I don't know these guys, but I have no problem messaging people and introducing myself, and
I'm
they're
gonna
cool.
set you up.
But I'll show you who I have. I'm lined up through the end
Oh,
of the
no,
year,
that's great.
but we'll work them
Yeah,
in.
we'll work them in. I think we should. At least try to get the acoustic guys in
Oh yeah,
too, because that's what they do. They do that for their livelihood.
yeah, definitely, and
You
it
know
would be
what I mean?
helpful
Just bring 'em
to
in.
absolutely, and I greatly appreciate that assistance. That's freaking awesome.
That's all I'm here to do is drink tequila and offer assistance.
Hopefully, we can hear you on this episode.
I don't know.
So
I'm kind of over here. I have a loud voice. Told you that.
you're like a kid in the candy store, man.
Well,
Just
we'll
moving
start
around.
episode 3 at 2 in the morning when you're like, Linda Maker. Shawn won't you shut up. He's in the kitchen. He's eating everything. And he's really loud.
It's all good, man. All right, that's a
All right,
wrap.
brother.
That's a wrap for
Thank you,
this
man.
episode,
Love
episode
ya.
14. And love you too, man. I appreciate it.
Hell yes.
Have a great evening. Thanks for listening.
You too.
Shawn Pruden. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.